So as you guys may or may not know, we are a bit of world travelers. Well, not really. We've went to 13 countries out of over 100 or maybe 200. I don't know. I think it's like 189 countries in the world or something like that. Let me know in the comments below. But that still means that there's a lot for us to see and travel to, which is why we thought it would be fun to compile a list of our current dream or bucket list travel destinations that we really want to visit before we die or whenever possible. So I came up with 4 locations. Vanessa came up with 4. We haven't shared with each other, so there might be some overlap, but hopefully not, because it gives more juiciness and more good tidbits for you guys on the listening and watching end. So we'll kind of say our favorites, tell you why we want to go to these places, the different things it has to offer, and maybe like our own history or personal attachments that makes us really want to go to these places above others that, you know, maybe are on your lists. So of course, let us know what you guys want to do and where you want to see. But let's get started and kick things off with destination number 1 in no particular order. My first destination was Thailand. What was yours?
Mine is Egypt.
Okay, and why Egypt?
For the pyramids.
Okay. So just Cairo, right?
Yeah. Honestly, it's just something that I have always wanted to go to see in person since I was a kid. So, I feel like I have to go, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of the 7 wonders.
Yeah, I think it's one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world, they call it. Yeah. There's a bunch of different lists of like 7 new wonders of the world, 7
really?
ancient. I think so. Oh. It's kind of confusing. But
I do feel like now that I've gotten older, it's there's now that I've like seen a little bit into what it's like to travel to the pyramids, I'm kind of like
How so?
Just because I guess it's very like obviously touristy, and very aggressive. I feel like trying to ride like a camel or someone taking a photo for you or stuff like that. So it makes me. Also, I heard that there's like nothing around the pyramids.
Yeah.
So it's
little
like out of the way of everything else.
Outside of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard that too much, but I wouldn't be surprised because yeah, I mean they probably built up an actual city away from the main tourist site.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also heard they have like really strict like entry requirements in Egypt as well. Like for a lot of people that want to bring like footage or not footage, like cameras, which obviously I'd want to do as a content creator. You have to get like I don't know, maybe special permission, or they can like try and like confiscate like your technology and stuff when trying to enter, which could definitely be a pain in the butt if you have like a drone like me and you want to use it to get some amazing footage of the pyramids. So
also you can go inside one of the pyramids and it's just like a little skinny tunnel
with all those stairs.
Yeah,
I've seen
that looks cool, but I don't think you would like it.
Yeah, it depends on how it was set up. I'm a little claustrophobic, but I do like adventure and cool, unique experiences and engaging with like landscapes or like, you know, these historical places. So I'd probably give it a try, unless.
But when you get to the end of it, at the top, it's just a room.
Oh, isn't it like one of like the old throne rooms or something though?
In the video I saw, it just looked like an empty room.
Okay, I mean it's pretty cool. It's probably a pharaoh that lived there or something.
Maybe.
So, are you interested at all in like the history and like the myths or like conspiracy theories that surround the pyramids?
I think so. I think that'd be cool to learn about.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they teach you conspiracy theories there.
Probably not.
Yeah, they don't. I've heard that Egyptians don't really like the idea of like people like minimizing their achievements. Like, like this was built by us. We did this. This was like one of the pride and joys of like Egyptian civilization all those years ago. So they don't want people to like say, "Nah, you guys couldn't do this."
Yeah, it was aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Or whatever else.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Why do you want to go to Thailand?
The real question is, why would I not want to go to Thailand? Because Thailand is everything. For those of you that obviously have heard of Thailand, it's Southeast Asia, so it's a different part of the world. Southeast Asia is known for being like cheaper and more affordable for travelers. So a lot of like, young people go there and like backpack and stay in hostels or party. We're not the biggest partiers ourselves, but it'd be still fun to maybe partake in like the drinking culture a little bit, have some drinks, meet some other people traveling, stay in like some cheap accommodation, and so like get like a good amount for your money's worth. So there's that. Obviously, like the culture in Thailand seems really interesting. They have like these beautiful ornate temples like in Bangkok and like in the north in like Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, and in the south they have like the beautiful islands and like tropical areas like Krabi. You have Koh Phangan, you have Phuket, which I don't think I really want to visit, and of course the Lady Boys in what part is it? Where I can't remember.
don't know.
Pattaya, you know. Vanessa and I want to do some swinging. No, I'm kidding. No, some people may be a little bit more degenerate, you know. But we're purists. We want to see landscape. You really want to go to Thailand too, right?
Yeah, I think Thailand is a cool destination. But I just, for my list, I'm thinking of like things that like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, like it'd be so amazing to go there. And
I see.
You know, I honestly like as a kid, I didn't really know anything about Thailand.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
it's a hot destination now.
Yeah, as we've become more like traveling people, it's definitely been like one that's been like the top of my list.
Yeah.
And besides that, there's like really delicious Thai food. Like we love Thai curries, we love mango sticky rice. I really want to like have pad Thai and try like more like authentic like Thai dishes that maybe you don't see as commonly outside of Thailand. They have like really cool wildlife, like elephant sanctuaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful, like, you know, you can snorkel and see like really cool stuff, or scuba dive, which maybe I'll try if I go there. We'll see. That could be really fun. So it just seems like it has like, it's just so rich, full of like experiences and beautiful landscapes, which, you know, we're a sucker for all those sort of things. Yeah. So yeah, for those of you that know Thailand, it's probably a no-brainer why it's like towards the top of my list.
Right.
But anyway, so that covers both of our number ones. Let's move on to our number twos. Do you want to go first this time?
Sure.
Okay.
Mine is Jerusalem.
Jerusalem?
Yeah.
Mine is Jordan. 2 J's.
JJ.
JJ. But I guess they kind of share one thing in common, which is just, I know one region of the world that we both have never seen that we want to like explore and see with our own eyes, which is like the Middle East in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, why do you want to go to Jerusalem?
I just think it would be really neat to go and see all of the like Jesus landmarks.
So like religious sites?
I think so.
Well, what ones come to mind? Like I'm not, sorry guys, I'm not a very religious person. She's religious, but we make it work because we love each other. No, but I don't know the specific like sites that people see there.
Honestly, I think the one that I really want to see is like the tomb. Like,
oh, the tomb of Jesus that was empty?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, but so like, what's it? You're doing like a circle shape with your hands.
Because I'm picturing just like with the rock, but I really should have like. It's just something that I wanted to do since I was a kid, but I never actually like looked into it as an adult, to be honest.
No, makes sense.
But it is something that I still want to do, and I like think would be really fun and really like interesting.
Do you think you'd cry if you saw it? Would you get really emotional? All right.
No, I don't think so. I think I'd just be like, crazy.
Yeah. Regardless, it's like that's like a massive like historical site that's like super culturally relevant in like so many countries. So
I honestly don't even know like how it would all like work there. I'm like the worst because I have not like actually done any research into it. I just like know that I would want to go there.
Well, that's fine because we're not planning on going there like in the near future. So when we do go, we'll look into the specifics because guys, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go to all these places.
I do want to go to the Middle East. Like I think it'd be so cool.
Yeah, because we've been to Asia, we've been to Europe, we've been to South America, we've been to North America, obviously Africa, somewhere we want to go. Which Egypt would be Africa actually, although it's Northern Africa. Egypt's more Middle East, like I think of it, Middle East-esque, you know, because Africa's massive, but it's it's not. I don't know. It's in that general region because it's like connected to like the to not Arabia, but like the whole Middle East area through Egypt. So like that whole area, I think of like some parts of Europe and Northern Africa and the Middle East as being like just kind of like the Arab world. I think about it versus like the Sub-Saharan Africa world. You know. So
you want to go to Jordan?
Jordan.
I mean, I want to go there too. But what's your reason?
Well, same as we were just saying, Middle East is somewhere that we've never been to. It seems really cool. And Jordan kind of checks all those boxes for me, generally, where I think like the food would be really interesting. I love Middle Eastern food. I'm sure it's like different than a lot of the food you have here. I've heard the popular Middle Eastern food in America is like Lebanese, so maybe Lebanon could be on our list too. But what Jordan has that I really want to see is one, talking about ancient wonders of the world. We talked about the Great Pyramids. You know what I'm alluding to?
Yeah, but you could say it.
Yeah, no, I know. I was wondering if you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Petra, which is like an old city that's like carved into these beautiful cliffs in the desert, And we see a lot of like lost cities and like historical ruins and stuff, which is interesting because that's normally not like our primary reason for wanting to travel.
Yeah.
But it's always something we end up doing because it's like a main like a site or attraction, which we see like Machu Picchu, and that was really cool. So it seems like their version of like Machu Picchu, I guess. And I've heard that there's like different areas of Petra that like were back when like the Romans came, and then some of it's like pre-Roman, so it's like different like areas. It's like civilizations. Obviously, they don't live there today, but you can see like the remains from them. So that'd be really cool.
That would be really cool.
And then this is something that actually both Jerusalem and Jordan has, which is the Dead Sea. Because I think they're like right next to each other. Like a lot of people go to Jordan as a day trip from like Jerusalem, but they both have the Dead Sea. And
That'd be
do you know what makes the Dead Sea cool?
It has a lot of salt, so you float in it.
Yeah, and also I like
Thanks for the
salt.
quiz.
I'm not trying to quiz you, but yeah, you know. So yeah.
And you like salt? You're just gonna eat it?
No, obviously not. But I hear that it's like so strong that if you have like an open wound, like don't go in there because it'll like freaking burn. Yeah.
Dang.
So yeah, don't do that. But that seems like a really like cool, interesting thing to check out.
Isn't it really blue too? Like a really gorgeous color?
I don't know. I watched videos on it, but I don't remember it looking like particularly blue. But I'd have to look at it again.
Honestly, it's hard to say because I feel like if I see something like that on TikTok, I'm like, is it actually that color, or did they just edit the crap out of it?
Yeah.
So, but I feel like I have seen a video of it being really blue.
Yeah.
But no, I think it would be really cool to go to the Middle East. Just honestly, everywhere in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I just want to see it all.
Me too. Me too. And yeah, I don't know. Like I'm always open to suggestions. So let us know if there's any recommendations for the Middle East. But Jordan and Jerusalem and Egypt, kind of Middle East. Those are like 3 places we probably want to include in our grand tour of the Middle East one day.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that makes sense. So for number 2, and let's move on to our number 3 destination.
And you can go first.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So polite. For me, number 3 is going to be Sri Lanka, which this is a place I didn't really know much about before we became like travelers, but I could talk about more why. But what's your number 3?
India.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, we're geographically very close to one another. Because for those of you who don't know, India is obviously a big country, and Sri Lanka is like a little island country just to the south of India. So there's a lot of overlap there. But why do you want to go to India?
I think that when you like, I feel like true travelers go to India. Like
True. Yeah, true.
It just feels like such an ultimate like destination. Like I feel like people that have never traveled before just don't go there, you know, because it's so like hectic and there's a lot going on and it can be very intimidating. So I mean, I've always wanted to go to India, but I just feel like I'm like not experienced enough to do it.
I think we are now. We're 13 countries, 4 continents in, I think, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's like stages to like traveling, and like
people. Yeah.
I guess we did pass a stage going to Asia because that's like very different than like the U.S. So yeah, maybe we are good to go to India now.
I think so. Yeah.
Why do you want to go to Sri Lanka?
Well, I can kind of like, I do want to go to India a lot too. So like, India would be close to my list, but for me, Sri Lanka edges it a little bit.
Why?
Because, I've always wanted to go to India, but when I knew I really wanted to go to India is when we became vegan. We started going hard with Indian food.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this food is so good. It's so flavorful. I love curries. I love samosa. I love pakora. I love dosa. And I want to eat that like all in India. So that was like one of the main reasons. But Sri Lankan cuisine, from my experience, I know there's differences, but it's very similar. They're like heavy on like the dal and like masala and curries and like the breads and stuff. But Sri Lanka, it's like an island. Which
Okay.
But we love islands. Like
He loves islands. Islands kind of scare me.
But it's fun when you're there. Like the Greek island, there's just like a nice like, life just feels not always like super peaceful, but it just feels like you're able to be like very in the moment. Like things seem like time slows down. We're not an island. Whether it's like Hawaii or the Greek islands or the Italian islands, we've been like a ton of islands.
Yeah.
And it's always so much fun. And it's always so beautiful and like blissful. So Sri Lanka has that, and with that it has like really cool nature, like really cool beaches. There's like this beautiful like rock. I think it's called like Lion Rock or Elephant Rock or something. I don't know. They have like a bunch of like wildlife you could see too, and go on like safaris to see like elephants and more. And you can also see blue whales. Like they do like boat cruises from. I watch a travel series on Sri Lanka. After I saw it, I'm like, I really want to go here now. So yeah, you can do like blue whale like sightseeing from like a boat, like we did the dolphin sightseeing in Bali, but like blue whale, and like those things are freaking massive. So can you imagine
cool.
like hearing them like next to you and seeing them come out of the water?
Yeah,
it blew my mind.
I would probably like scream.
It would be like so intense and terrifying, but like the coolest
Yeah.
way possible.
Yeah. I could. Yeah, you're definitely a water person more than like I think more than mountains.
Definitely, I like it both, obviously, but Sri
Yeah.
Lanka has mountains too. It has like beautiful like tea plantations and stuff too that look really gorgeous, and like a bunch of different cities. I could go on and on about Sri Lanka.
Is it less chaotic than like some towns or cities in India?
Definitely. I mean, it's still, from I understand, I've never been there. This is all just my like own what I've been immersed to so far. But I think it's not as hectic because there's not as many people in Sri Lanka. But there's still like cities there that definitely seem like they have that kind of like hectic, crazy thing with people. People ride like tuk-tuks around everywhere, which is really cool. And it's definitely a little bit loud. But like I've seen videos of India, I'm like, holy shit, like that would kind of like give me anxiety, but in a good way, in a jarring way.
Maybe you can do like that's like a level 3, and India's like level 4.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to combine the two in like one trip.
Yeah. Because
they're so close geographically, and maybe we could start in India and then go to Sri Lanka and like see nature and like relax a little bit after. But and yeah, just another thing with the Middle East and India and Sri Lanka. I feel like one reason to travel is to like really get a change of perspective, see new things, see other parts of the world, kind of have your mind blown a little bit.
Yeah.
And that definitely still happens with us because we're only went to like 13 countries. But I feel like this would be like another way of like seeing a new perspective and a new like jarring sort of experience. So I really want to go to these places for that reason.
No, I agree. But also food.
Yeah, also food, definitely. Yeah, food. So yeah. Would love to go there someday. I know that'll happen too.
I know. It will happen. But it's just like...
It seems like we're always planning these big trips to Asia.
I know. It really does.
Yeah.
Or like if we go somewhere, it feels like it's... I don't know. Because sometimes I'm like, oh no, I'm like so anxious because I'm like, it's going to be like hard to get around or it's going to be like intimidating or this and that. And then we get there and I'm like, oh, okay. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah. No.
So maybe it would be like... way less chill than what we're expecting.
Way more chill? Huh? Way more chill?
Way more chill, yeah. Or it could be really chaotic and crazy.
That's
but like,
thing,
I feel like that's like what's so great about it.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know? Like going over like to India, but...
Yeah, but you can experience the same thing in Southeast Asia. Like you hear like places like Thailand or like Bangkok or like kind of like crazy. People like zoom around on like their scooters or like Vietnam and stuff. There's all these night markets which are like filled with people. So I'm sure there's some overlap, but...
Bali with the scooters was pretty...
Intense,
yeah.
Although it was a lot more westernized than a lot of parts of like Indonesia, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
You know. So yeah, that's a cool number 3. We're on the same page again. I don't know actually. Do you think we'll be on the same page for number 4?
I mean, if we are, can you like get your own thoughts? Be original. Instead of copying. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus. Yeah. Cool. So number 4 is going to be. You first or me first? Me first?
What about the same time?
Okay, yeah, same time. Why not, guys? You can try and like parse out what we're saying. All right, 3, 2, 1. Iceland. What the hell did you say? So.
I thought you were gonna look at me, so I was waiting for you to look at me. And then you just looked at the camera, so then I was like, what do I do?
Okay. Well, I said we could redo it, but yeah, sorry, that was already blown, guys.
Okay, well. We're in Switzerland.
Oh, wow. Cool. Mine's Iceland, everybody. Wish you could hear loud and clear because I'm the only one that said anything.
Oh my gosh.
But, yeah. I think, they're both European.
Yeah.
So that's kind of similar.
Yeah.
But I think we probably have similar reasons for both of these, too.
Why?
Well,
okay, let's try. 1, 2, 3. Nature.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So, nature.
Yeah.
So what nature does Switzerland have?
Mountains.
Yeah, mountains. I know, but I don't know. Like, what is your fascination with Switzerland? What draws you there?
Maybe it's like maybe it's just very very glamorized on social media. But I always felt like every time when I was younger, I would see like this gorgeous like mountain landscape. Every time it was Switzerland. Like they just have such like like Colorado, I feel like is like more like, but theirs are so sharp and like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, they're more like extreme.
Yeah. And like, I don't know.
More
and then there's
dramatic.
like the mountain towns, which like, okay, we saw that in Colorado too, but it just feels like,
The real deal.
yes.
Yeah.
It feels like everyone is copying Switzerland. You know?
Yeah.
Which I know it's not probably true, but
No.
I feel like those are the original mountain towns. Like, you know, the best of the best.
Sure, makes sense.
That's just how I feel. But I don't really know.
That's interesting because I didn't really have that like relationship with Switzerland when I was younger. The only time I saw pictures of the Switzerland mountains, or Swiss mountains, I should say, was on the outside of a Toblerone chocolate. You never heard of Toblerone? It's like this big chocolate, like it's like triangular prism.
Is it brown?
Gold, brownish gold, and it says like Toblerone like gray, and they have like this mountain range behind it.
I don't think I've ever had that because it did not look good.
Delicious.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good chocolate. Switzerland's famous for their chocolate. That's like one of their main things. You guys know. So if you like chocolate, Switzerland's probably a really good place to go
chocolate. So another reason to add.
And you've always been more of a mountain person, dare I say?
Yeah.
Or are you actually more of a mountain person?
Lately, I just haven't been wanting to hike or
Yeah.
exercise. But I love mountain views.
Yeah, mountain views are cool.
So, you know, you don't have to always put the work in. Sometimes you just drive up
Yeah.
and see beautiful mountains.
They have cable cars and like gondolas and trains that go through the mountains too.
Oh, that's
So you
cool.
don't have to do these crazy like long hikes to get there
Yeah.
and see the views. So
Don't they have like the little thing where you can go on the... It's like you're in a little box and you like roller coaster down.
oh,
And
like
it's
a
just,
little
like
cart?
gravity. Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds really cool though.
I know they have it in Colorado, but I think that they have it there.
I really don't
somewhere.
know. I just picture like a cable car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. So the mountains, mountain towns, the affordable prices, you know, because everyone knows Switzerland's really cheap for a bunch of travelers. No. I'm sure you can make it cheaper though. There's hostels there, and you can like eat from supermarkets, things like
PBJ
that.
every day.
Yeah.
Every day, every meal. It's fine.
Yeah. So that'd be a place we have to budget for, definitely. But it's not that big of a country, so you can probably see it all in like a week or two. Not all of it, but like all get your satisfaction with
Yeah.
seeing the country.
Yeah. The thing is, too, I also don't really like snow. But,
I don't think it's that cold though. Maybe at the top of the mountains, but
yeah. That's true. I mean, I feel like that's why I picked Colorado when we moved, is because I just love mountains. I love like looking at mountains.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, I just feel like that is like the ultimate mountain place.
Yeah. And we also grew up in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So like we had like the Great Lakes, which are oceans, but it's really nice water and beaches still like in the state, but it's super flat in the Midwest, so we never had like mountains like that.
Yeah.
So that was like a really unique, interesting thing to have.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So why are you wanting... I mean, I know we already like put some time into this because we were planning on going.
Yeah, we're actually
but,
very close to going to Iceland this summer,
like,
everybody.
So close. I was ready to book the flight.
Yeah. So a little bit of backstory, just why not? So we were going to go to Iceland in the summer with me, Vanessa, and we knew it was going to be expensive, so we were trying to get another friend, not because we wanted them to be there with us, but just because we wanted to share costs. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a mutually beneficial thing. If it would have
Also,
worked
like,
out.
yeah, and like, we never really travel with friends, and we were like, this would be like a good place because it's not like, it's like a 6-hour flight from us.
Yeah, super close.
Which is really close, and it's not a super intimidating place.
And it's not like a massive country either. So we could go there for like a week or maybe 2 weeks, something between there, and like
see a good amount.
See a good amount. Yeah, get a rental car, split accommodation, split the rental car fee, and then it wouldn't be like this massive, like for us at least, it wouldn't be this like breaking the bank. Not because we're rich or anything, but I mean like it would just be split 4 ways. Where like we're used to covering things for 2 ways and traveling for like months at a time.
Yeah.
Versus like
also,
a 2-week
all our
trip.
friends are like, oh, I wish I could do that, and we're like, come.
Yeah, like bet.
Let's go. Like, I got
Let's
the flight. Like, let's do it.
Yeah,
And,
Vanessa did all the planning. They were just kind of like, we just needed like an in or out. And,
Anyway, it did not work out.
yeah, 2 people flaked. Nah, it's like, let's get into the story. So, we're planning on going to Iceland. That flaked. They were planning on backpacking Europe, which, that's like a bucket list thing to do too. But it's not like a bucket list destination. It's like a bucket list travel experience.
Yeah.
Which, should probably do soon, because I don't want to be those people backpacking Europe when they're like 38. They're like, oh, my knee.
Yeah.
Can you kiddos keep it down over there? I need my beauty sleep.
Yeah.
Who wants to get the early morning special?
Oh my
Down
God.
the street now. So anyway, that didn't work. We ended up going to Greece, which you guys know we've talked about like at length in our podcasts. We still stayed in Europe, but so
It's
Iceland.
actually one of my like bucket list places.
True,
too.
that would have been
Like,
probably on this list.
from my childhood.
Yeah.
I really wanted. There's two things. Well, this list, but also it was go to Greece because I just thought it was such a cool place.
It was.
And also go to the Colosseum. And that
So
was
Rome?
like something with my mom that I wanted to do, which didn't happen, which is kind of sad.
Was that from Lizzie McGuire? Is that the reason why?
No, my mom said when I was younger that she wanted to go to the Colosseum, and so I was like, all right, I want to do that with you.
And Vanessa's like, hey mom, don't you want to go to the Colosseum? And she's like, what? Why? I said that? No, I'm kidding.
Like, oh yeah, I'm not really that interested anymore, and I'm like,
oh, it's okay. I'll be your plan B, Vanessa.
yeah, thank you.
I'll be your last resort.
No, that's just a second.
No, yeah, second choice. That's okay.
But sorry.
No, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but Greece
Iceland
is really
didn't
cool.
happen.
Iceland didn't happen, and we've kind of done some thinking. Iceland is it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. So either we need to like save more money, or be making more money, which we're doing fine, I guess. But hopefully, like later in your life, you get further in your career, and these trips aren't like as difficult as they are when you're like a 20-something-year-old traveler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't really see how it's super relevant, but okay.
Well, because I'm talking about like more, because I mentioned price for and affordability for Thailand. That's like a draw, but for Iceland, that's kind of like potentially like something that would prohibit you from going, and it kind of is now. Yeah, actually, you know what?
Why do you want
yeah,
to
I know. I'll cover this more at the end. The what do you call it? The stars. What do you call it? Disclaimers. Anyway, so why do I want to go to Iceland? Anyway, so the nature, that's the main reason. Iceland, people have said that like Iceland is like nothing they've ever seen on this planet. They have like volcanoes there. They have these massive glaciers. They have these beautiful waterfalls. They have I forget like the terms that they have for, like these. They have their own like words in Iceland for the nature formations there because they're like so cool and different and like unusual. So it seems like the ultimate like road trip destination. Beautiful hikes, but you also don't have to hike to see it. You can just do it from the car. So the nature, that's like a big one.
Yeah, I guess you do have such a large variety, so that would be a good place. For some reason, I was just thinking mountain views. But there you get, which is actually kind of scary, the volcanoes.
Black sand beaches, icebergs, washed up on shore.
Iceland is actually very dangerous.
I don't think it's that dangerous. There's not like any scary wildlife or anything.
No, it's all natural stuff. Like the Black Sand Beach, there's that beach. There's a beach there where the waves are very sneaky and people get pulled out, which is scary. Or the volcanoes, people like get too close, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they call it a land of fire and ice for a reason. Which that's really cool. And I don't know if it's really segues, but also it's not as culturally like maybe interesting as like India and like places like the Middle East are nowadays, but also Iceland has like a really fascinating history with like the Viking culture.
Yeah.
And and the Northern Lights, of course. Like if you see that, which maybe we wouldn't do because you go in the summer, you have to go in the winter to see the Northern Lights there. But that's still a really cool thing you could do there.
Can you see the Northern Lights in Switzerland?
I don't know. I don't think it's far enough north.
Isn't it like Norway?
I think you can see it in Norway. It's really good apparently, or maybe like Finland or something.
You can see it in Michigan.
True, if you go far enough north in Michigan.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
But anyway, the Viking culture is super interesting. There's this TV show I like called Vinland Saga, and they're from Iceland, and I'm like, oh, it's so cool. So that cultural part of it's really interesting.
Iceland? I watched this anime called Vinland Saga.
I watched Thor Marvel movie, and I wanted to see if I could find Odin. No, but as I was saying earlier, some of these like disclaimers about why we haven't gone, or maybe why we'll push this dream destination back a little further, is the price, and also it's a place that like you don't necessarily need to be like super like young and fit and to do. Like you just get an accommodation, and like you can see a lot of these places without doing like super long hikes. You can just kind of like drive around and like road trip around the country and see these beautiful formations and stuff. So
also the food. I heard that it's not very vegan friendly.
Yeah, the food isn't a big
but
draw.
The airport was.
Airport food. What did we even eat at the airport?
Remember we had a layover. We got a vegan burger and fries.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
it was okay.
I thought the fries were good.
Okay, well, fries are not that hard to mess up.
But then we bought
some
something
stuff,
else.
some like quick ready food because we were about to miss our connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a nice airport though. It was expensive too, but it was okay. Airports are always expensive.
Yeah, but.
So yeah, I guess we're on the same page there. We want to see beautiful, alpine or snowy, icy places. I guess. I'm trying to compare Switzerland and Iceland to see how they're similar.
Oh.
They're both in Europe. So, but yeah, Iceland's not that far away either. So if we're older and we're like, oh, I don't want to do like a 10-hour flight, going to Iceland wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world to do.
Yeah. No, that's true.
So, anyway, those are a total of 8. 4 from me, 4 from Vanessa, bucket list travel destinations. In 2023, I'm sure it will change as we maybe go to some other ones. Because spoiler alert, we may or may not already be planning on going to one of these next year. And hopefully we do more very soon. And then we'll have some other dream travel destinations. Because there's so many other places we want to visit.
There really are. Like,
these are just ones, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, like, these are just the ones that, like, were, like, my childhood dream, I feel like. But there's so many. There's so many that I'm like,
I know.
I just want to see everything. I want to go everywhere.
Same.
So.
Yeah. These are just ones that are like really resonating with us at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we visit them soon. Let us know your bucket list travel destinations in the comments, everybody. We love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and listening to us waffle and ramble. But anyway, this has been fun. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.